Hello, welcome back to Father and Son Sports Card Connection, our YouTube channel. Today we're sharing with you 5 tips that will hopefully help you when you are buying sports cards. And as I was thinking about it, really as you're buying anything on eBay, but I will specifically talk about sports cards as we go through this video. So number 1 is just to make sure that you do your research. What we mean by that is if you see, for example, in the title something listed that maybe doesn't match the photo. For example, we recently purchased a Michael Jordan Topps Finest, and in the title it said PSA 9. But when you went down to the photo and looked at the item description and the photo that went with it, it was a PSA 10. So I went ahead and contacted the seller and found out, oh, it is actually a PSA 10. They just couldn't edit the title at that time because there were already bids and everything. So I contacted the seller, found out it was a 10. Dad had an experience where recently he read the title and thought, oh, it's this guy's rookie card, not realizing that there had actually been a previous card
the year before, and that was really my own fault for not doing the research, but the title was, I felt, a little misleading. And there are players that have rookie cards a couple years, but I contacted the seller. I bought the item and then realized, that's really not what I wanted. And like I say, it was my fault for not doing the research, but sometimes you get caught up in the time and everything, and it was an auction and I just bought it. And then I found out, oh, he had a rookie card the year before and it was a Bowman. And I contacted the seller and told him just what I thought. I thought that title was a little misleading, and boy, I tell you, I did not expect the response I got. Very, very nice, very apologetic, and the copy and paste thing sometimes and he used that, because somebody else listed it for him, and he was very generous and made things right with us. So a lot of times, just in anything in life, communication is so important. So don't be afraid to contact the seller in any aspect of your buying experience.
And that kind of takes us to step 2, or tip 2, is just to not be afraid to contact the seller. Also, we talked about kind of some of the terminology or vocabulary that's used among sports card collectors or investors or hobbyists. Mint, gem mint, near mint, excellent mint. And if you're just getting into the sports card hobby, or if you're just somebody who maybe at a garage sale you thought you found a great find and you want to sell some cards on eBay, you'll notice that sometimes someone might write, this card is in great condition, or this card's in very good condition, and it doesn't necessarily line up with what we as card collectors would say, well, that's not in very good condition, because in very good condition, that's, in card collecting, that's not a very, that's not, the shape's not, right, that's not a positive. So what they might say is very good is actually near mint to mint. Or so just making sure that you understand, again, asking questions is a great way to do that. So not being afraid to contact the seller if you have any questions. Tip 3 is just that feedback matters. We talked through that. We know that as sellers, we're talking from the selling perspective now, we want to do everything we can to make our customers happy. We want them to be pleased with the product that they are receiving from us. We know that when we look at feedback, if we're as buyers getting ready to buy something, it does matter to us. If somebody maybe has 2 transactions and one of them was negative, we're not going to buy from that person. Or Dad, you used an example of if somebody has 4,000 transactions but only 98% or 98.5% even positive feedback, that means that there were lots of customers.
Unhappy people. Yeah, and that adds up. 98 sounds pretty good, but and sometimes, if it's 98% and they've had like 25 transactions or something like that, sometimes you just got to give people a chance also. But if they have a lot of transactions and only 98%, and we've seen a lot of them 96, 97%, and you just kind of shy away a little bit. But it's a individual's choice. But that helps you to just see how willing they are, what their willingness is to make things right, with you. And we think that's very important. So we do everything we can to make things right. And we've had very little problems over the last 4 years, and in doing so.
And one of the things that I was thinking, eBay does have a very great feature where you can actually click on their feedback and you can read the most recent feedback that seller has received from buyers. And it also categorizes it into the last month, the last 6 months, the last year, and you can see positive, neutral, and negative feedback. So that also is something, let's say that a person has 50 transactions and maybe the first 2 weren't the greatest. Well, you can look on there and see, within the last month they've had 28 positive transactions, so maybe they're just getting the hang of things and understanding how it works. Number 4 is just to be aware of stock photos, or to be aware of photos that maybe you think you're getting the card in particular, but for example, I even think of the person that puts on their 2001 Top Stars Albert Pujols rookie quantity 7, and they've got one photo there, but there's 7 of those cards, and you're guaranteed not all 7 are going to look just like that photo. Also, you have people who will sometimes from the internet get a stock photo and they'll put it on there. Well, that's not the actual card you're getting. And we know as collectors and investors, the condition is super important. It matters a lot. So you really want to know exactly what card you're getting.
I agree.
And then tip 5 is just to look for sellers that have combined shipping. Sometimes sellers will even put things like, if you buy $100, you get free shipping. Or if you buy, $25 worth, you can save $3 on shipping. One thing that you had mentioned is look for those combined shipping rates, because just because somebody says that they combine shipping doesn't necessarily mean that they have an awesome shipping deal. So, for example, a seller that maybe you buy 5 items from, and he says combined shipping, and he ships all 5 items for $3.95 because he knew, according to weight, I can go ahead and ship all 5 of these items for the same as what the one card would have cost to ship. Whereas you might have somebody else that says $3.95 is the shipping plus $1 for every extra card. Well, if you buy 5 cards, all of a sudden you're $7.95 shipping for just 5 cards, which is not that great of a deal.
Right.
So just make sure that you're looking for those combined shipping, those discounts. And one thing I would recommend is if you find a seller that you really like and that you've had great experiences with, eBay has a great feature where you can follow that seller. So you're able to actually see anytime that they list new products, you can see what products they have.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, that's the end. Hopefully those tips will help you whenever you are buying sports cards and hopefully even other things on eBay. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, to like this video would be great, and also to visit us at FatherSonSportsCards.com. Thanks so much and have a great day.